This is GACenter, your look into the Grand Arena Championship matches of over 60 of the world's best content creators. Here are your hosts, the Nev from the Escape Podcast and Ranger from Reality Skewed Gamers.
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another week of GACenter. We are nearly at the halfway point. We're at week 7, so we've got one more week until we reach the halfway point. Things are looking good for some, looking bad for others, and just I haven't got a clue for the majority. But it looks like some people had some good weeks and some people had some not so good weeks, and some people just didn't have weeks altogether. That would be me. So how's your week been, Ranger?
Well, it was better because I actually got to do the fight, so that's a positive for me. So had a really good week. My bad weeks are like 2-1. So I mean, it is what it is. But in the Premier League, 2-1 can come back and bite you in the ass, man. Jesus Christ, it's unbelievable how competitive that Premier League is.
It's nuts, isn't it? Most people are like 2-1. Yeah, most people would be happy with the 2-1. But that, like you just said, Premier League 2-1, it's like, it buries you, doesn't it? It just buries you.
You're just like, yeah.
Anyway, yeah. Well, I mean, it's classed as an 0-3 for me without the wooden spoon. So
didn't even get the fight.
Very little I can do. I mean, I can still finish 9-3, and I've looked at my opponents for this week, and I am probably going to finish 9-3, but no Kaiba. And I did actually enjoy this week because I just boycotted. I just let all my alt accounts.
Yeah, now the other ones you boycotted, but not your main.
I just let all my alts, or I just didn't do it. It's like, right, you know what? If I can't do my main, screw my alts. Can't be bothered. And that was the way I did. Anyway, okay, right, let's get the announcements.
All right,
announcements out of the way. Announcements. Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining. It's a live recording of the show because we put this onto our other channel as well. So any cheers, any bits, any joins, any raids, any subs, anything of that nature, we'll say thank you at the end of the show during the thoughts and acknowledgements. But it's time to get into the show. So let's get into the show.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. And we start with Commander Cody with a 2-1. Infinum will be very, very happy to see that.
Yes.
Very happy to see that. Round 1 was the loss, having to double tap a Malevolence fleet. Caused sufficient enough banner loss, and he lost. Round 2, good comeback as Cody got the flawless victory. Round 3, no full clear as he got held by a Palpatine team, but thankfully his opponent did not show. 2-1 for Commander Cody.
Next up, we got Andy B's, Mr. Metalhead, breaking the law. Sorry, I just get the metal feel when I watch that. I start thinking Motley Crue and stuff. So let's look at our boy Andy. 2-1. Round 1, pretty solid full clear on his end. Opponent had a problem with his front wall. Needless to say, he wins by 700 banners. Round 2, he had a double tap on a Darth Kermit team. Still was able to full clear. And that was his only hiccup. His opponent, again, couldn't get even close. However, round 3, was able to get the full clear on my end, but dropped 2 battles. And that's all his opponent needed. And, full shot, full cleared him. But it was a close match, 1,700 to 1,743. So he took the L in that one. But overall, good week from Andy Beats, 2-1. He'll take it.
Stone, a promising start to the week for Stone as he blasted his way to a triple.
Wow.
Round 1, flawless victory against an inferior opponent, very inferior. Round 2 was a full clear due to a double tap being required by his opponent. But, it was an easy opponent, so you can forgive the double tap. Round 3, also required a single double tap, but the banner difference was so significant it really didn't make a dent. So triple whammy for Stone this week.
All right. Speaking of triples, We have another 3-0 from two. We have Infinitum, and we know how we say to Infinitum
and beyond.
Beyond. Somewhere out in the galaxy, Infinitum is watching us. 3-0 for this round, still undefeated for the season. And he basically wrote round 1 and 2, opponents didn't bother attacking. And he ended up getting really good and decent banners. They didn't even bother. So good job on them. Round 3, and he says SLKR hold galore because people don't have counters in Division 3. So he's got them. They don't. They're hoes. So Infinitum wipes the board. 3-0 for our boy Infinitum.
Oh, it's our favorite German fox.
Is it always we're just skipping right to him? Oh, I've come for your pleasure again. We were here to read my stats. They're glorious. Would you like to hear how good they were?
Oh, yeah.
I like the way you said that. Do it again for my pleasure.
Yeah.
Good. All right. Renard the Fox, our German counterpart, says, well, 3-0. Says round 1, easy opponent. Could only clear my upper row. Well, that's not going to help you against Renard. Round 2, opponent with equal teams, but double tapped against Snoop. That's all he needed to get the victory. Closer on round 3, tough defense with 1 double tap from his side. Opponent put down some tough stuff, but at the end, it was pretty horrible efficiency in all the territories. And his opponent double tapped twice and couldn't clear the row. So it basically what it all boils down to. Renard stands tall, 3-0. Very nice. Mm-hmm. Very, very nice.
Very tasty. And there's Division 3, and Renard is sitting at the top. Stone's having an absolute blinder in season 2.
Right out of his mind.
Yeah, season 1, he was very up and down season, but he's been so much more consistent. Infinitum's going to be very, very happy that he leapfrogged Cody. Very, very happy with that result. So still, there's a couple of months. There are still 9 weeks for Renard and Stone to trip up, making it, a little bit easier for Infinitum, but the form that those two guys are on at the moment, I just can't see it happening. Anyway, let's get on with Division 2.
All right.
It's V for Vendetta with another 3-0. Good week for Vendetta. Round 1 was a full clear with a single loss to a Mon Mothma team. Round 2 was much more efficient, and Vendetta picked up a flawless victory. Round 3 was a defensive match. At least I think it was a defensive match because Vendetta, he got the win, but there was no full clear. SWGOH.GG didn't show any fleet battles whatsoever, so I'm not sure if he just faced somebody that he just couldn't get past, or if he just kind of stopped because his opponent didn't really show up and couldn't get past his defense. But 3-0 nonetheless.
All right, we move on to Geek Girl. Geek Girl had a solid week, 2-1. Didn't get a report, but I love the Geek Girl reports. Just a paragraph, simple, elegant, just says what happens to the point. So I'm going to that tradition in that vein, Nev. I'm going to keep the tradition going. Mm-hmm. So her first round 1 and round 3, easy victories, no problem. Opponents couldn't clear, and one I think tried and just gave up immediately. Round 2 is when it got a little interesting. She lost by 3 banners, 2082 to 2079. And you know where she got tripped up?
Where?
Malevolence versus the Negotiator.
That's happened a couple times this week.
Yeah, and so it did not go well for Geek Girl, and it cost her the 3-0. That's the only fatal flaw that happened, but other than that, it was a really solid week for Geek Girl. So 2-1, very, 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 very solid.
Moyo. Okay, 3-0 for Moyo. Round 1 was going well until Moyo tried a Mando Grief duo against Jawas. So he obviously had the Mandalorian on the brain. It didn't turn out well for the bounty hunters, and he had to waste a squad to clean it up, but he still got the full clear and the win. Round 2, solid ground battle with a victory, but he had to double tap a Thrawn fleet in order to get victory. And round 3, nice finish to the week with a flawless victory, 3-0, triple whammy for Moyo.
All right, Nev, I'm gonna have to have you hold the paparazzi back on this one because it is time to report on the world famous.
Oh, the world
Kate
famous
Gaming.
Kate Gaming.
Kate Gaming. She's here. No autographs, please.
Oh.
She's just here. We're just here to do a report. Knock it off. You've been in the back there. We know who you are. Get the hell out of here. All right. So Kate Gaming 2-1. Round 1 was a win. Opponent auto defense. She was still able to full clear. They didn't bother. Round 2 loss. And she just says flat out, opponent just had a better roster and better mods. No shame in losing here. Neither of us full cleared. I like that attitude. That's what someone who's world famous, that's how they react.
Mm-hmm.
And the round 3 win, I full cleared my opponent once again, and they didn't attack. So 2-1 for Kate Gaming. Tough fight in the middle, but she hung in there, and she was living up to the title, world famous Kate Gaming.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So famous. I wish I was as famous as Kate.
I know, right? She's amazing.
I think we all wish we were as famous as Kate.
All right, move over. I'm going to stick you in the paparazzi.
Okie dokie. Olimar, a return to undefeated form this week, as Olimar had a week so easy he can't remember what happened. He did get a little bit excited. About round 3 due to his opponent reaching out to say, good luck. So, he was expecting a little interaction. Olimar got the full clear with a double tap on a GG team, and his opponent just didn't show. So he reached out, the interaction begins, and you think, oh yeah, this is going to be a fun round, and then opponent didn't show. So a win, yeah, but anticlimactic for sure. 3-0 for Olimar.
All right, Marco.
Polo.
I drowned because that's exactly what happened to poor Marco this week.
Yeah.
Oh boy, 1-2. Our boy Marco says round 1, sad L, messed up against one team, no full clear, but that one mess up caused me the loss. Round 2, big L. I had to read this twice. Says I forgot to attack. Opponent full cleared me. At least he's honest about it.
Mm-hmm.
He's coming clean. Mad respects for Marco for coming clean on that. This is round 3, 7 no full clear, but at least I got 1 win this week. So 1-2 for Marco. Rough week for our boy.
And there's Div 2 and Olimar and Moyo at the top. Looking good.
Well, look out for V Vendetta, man. He's right there on their ass, man.
I know. It's 3 people with only 1 loss. It's tough at the top. It's really tough at the top there. Can't see Kate or Marco can't really see them catching them. Although, to be perfectly honest with you, Kate and Geek Girl, it wouldn't surprise me. I'll have to double check with them, but it would not surprise me if they both got promoted to Division 1 for next month. So I reckon they'll get to the end of this month, and when we next report on them in month 3 of our season, I highly suspect that they will both be Div 1 because they're both on the cusp of Division 1.
Breaking news, Nev.
Yeah.
Kate just confirmed she's moving to Division 1 next month.
Oh. Oh, there we go. We do love a bit of breaking news. That's
right.
And on the other side of this break, we'll cover the AIDS. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
Are you a member of Team Paul or Team Neil? Maybe you prefer story time with the llama, or dabble in the buttery side of the force with Biscuit Weasel. Or maybe you like the escape pod talents from down under like Heinzie and Scotty. No matter who you support, you can get one of my designs from the Escape Podcast merch store. Just go to escapepodcastaways.com, click on the merch link, and it will take you to the TeePublic site where you can support me, Mrs. Anthony, also known as Critty K. Also be sure to check out the Mrs. Anthony Shirts channel on the Escape Podcast's Discord server weekly to vote for my latest shirts in the Design Derby on Woot. Links for both of these are down below. Thank you for supporting the Escape Podcast.
Does your guild want to tap into their full potential in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes? Yeah! For as low as $1 a month per guild member, your guild can unleash the power of the game in ways you never thought possible. Ooh. Track your arena movements, guild progression, and much, much more. Contact Shitty Bill and get one of his shitty bots on your server today. Just look for him on our Discord server and tag or message him for more information. The link for our server is below in the description. Shitty bots, don't let the name fool you.
SWGOH.GG is your one-stop site for the raw data behind the game Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. From complete gear lists to intuitive stats behind all of your favorite holotable heroes. SWGOH.GG has it all. With a .GG account, you can get a complete view of your own roster, see how you match up against other players, and even check out the history of your own Grand Arena Championship matches. You can also see what your opponent used on you to give you a better understanding of counters and team compositions to improve your gameplay. Did you know that they also have some great Patreon features as well? Ad-free browsing of their site, guild information, and manual information requests are included in their 3 levels of Patreon support. Check out the site for more details. That's SWGOH.GG. Unleash your holotable potential today.
There we go. Hope you enjoyed that wonderful commercial break from
yes.
one of our sponsors, SWGOH.GG. That's where you need to go do your scouting.
You should use it.
You should use it. You should use it. I mean, every now and then you're going to come across somebody without an SWGOH.GG account. But if they've got one, that's where you got to go. If you need to find out how your opponent's doing, all the top competitors do it. All the top competitors that we cover on GACenter use SWGOH.GG for all of their scouting needs. Right, okay, let's get on with the next tip. It's time for the eighths. And we kick off with Jake, my British Commonwealth amigo. Round 1 and round 2 were too easy to remember much about, so there. Round 3 did require a double tap, but it was by choice. Due to him refusing to use gas for a single win. I don't quite understand why you would not use your gas to get the one shot, but hey, that's up to you. Hey, you could have gone for the triple crown. You ended up with a whammy. Still got the win over his opponent by 25 banners, despite his opponent one-shotting the board. So, I mean, something worked. I think you might have just got lucky there, brother.
Hey, got to go with what you know. All right. Hey, Nev, guess who was awesome this week?
Who was awesome this week?
Calvin, again. 3-0. Round 1. Says opponent doesn't play GAC. He actually requested he put everything on defense. And he said it was an interesting match, but he got lower banners than normal. So, yeah, that's what you get. But he still wanted to do it. Round 2 says opponent was really top heavy. So I said an A- team on defense and outplayed him. Round 3, opponent took one swing at Darth Revan, failed, and then gave up. We've heard that quite a lot around here, Nev. Someone goes in and is like, I'm going to attack Galactic Legend Ray. I got slaughtered. I'm going home. Screw you, hippies. So, once again, 3-0 for Mr. Awesome. Mr. Calvin.
Man, his bloody undefeated record.
He's a beast, man.
Scribe. Well, Scribe went undefeated this week. Round 1. Scribbles. Round 1 was against a monster roster, so he went heavy D, and his opponent didn't.
Saying that, man.
Yes, it paid off.
Heavy D, man. Every time you say that, it's just like, now that we found love, what are we gonna do? Every time, Nev, you know.
Every time. I've put that song in your head now. Well, anyway, as far as his heavy D went, it worked. It paid off, and he got the holds and the flawless victory. Round 2 and an accidental rollover of what he placed in round 1. It was okay as the same results ensued. So it wasn't a complete and utter disaster, leaving the previous defense on. Round 3 involved a flip. He just completely flipped it, went light defense, heavy on the offense. One dropped fleet match later by his opponent, and a flawless victory from Scribe gave him his triple crown. 3-0 triple crown Scribe.
Well, he's representing the Rock of Gibraltar, the Spanglish man himself. All right, moving on to, speaking of heavy D, we got Brick Hard.
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 He be liking his meats hard is the
Be
word.
liking his meat hard.
He be doing good just fine. And he had another solid week from our boy Brick Hardmeat, 3-0. Round one, he says, despite my having to double tap a Padme team, my opponent struggled mightily on my defense. It wasn't even close. He won by like almost 700 banners, Nev. Round two was a little bit messy. No one full cleared each other, but his defense held strong. Speaking about that heavy D, I'm going to get you for that, Nev. Still won by 300 banners, but neither full cleared. And then round three, this was the efficiency battle. It came down to 17 banners, 2110 to 2093. He says for the good guys. He said the MVP was General Grievous with 10 defensive holds. Oh my goodness.
Oh mama.
So, and he says, and that's what it's all about. So Brick Hardmeat was hardy this
Hard.
3-0. Arr.
Bomber Fett. Despite the undefeated week for Bomber, it did not come without frustration. Round one was an auto deploy against a pay-to-win owner of AC. No full clear for Bomber, but a win nonetheless. Round two was against another GL, which he swept aside with a Vader Ray counter. He nearly lost it though when he got a little bit complacent against a Nest Ewok counter. But he got the banners, so just
get what you can.
Sometimes it just that Nest Ewok count. Yeah, sometimes it can screw you up and make you have to do the double tap. Round three, another GL, but thankfully it wasn't on defense. No clearance on squad or fleet from his opponent. So win for Bomber. Nice 3-0.
Very nice. All right, let's see who's next. Oh, look who it is, the Nev. Mm-hmm.
Don't get me started on CG servers.
Nev, I'm sorry to report, folks, was unable to do GAC this week because he joined not once,
twice.
But twice.
Twice.
Was denied. The Illuminati from CG felt that it was unnecessary for him to participate this round, so we have no stats for Nav.
Yeah, and I boycotted all my ults.
He's still technically undefeated, hasn't lost. You didn't lose, Nav.
It was what makes it annoying is week one and week two were triple crowns. I was going for a month of triple crowns.
Mm-hmm.
And this week just totally screwed me up on that. And like I said last week, when I joined in the morning and then I checked after collecting all my energy at 3 p.m., which is an hour before lock-in. And I look and I see that join. I'm like, no, not this time, CG. I'm here for the double check. Click the join. And what happens? Screw you. Anyway, we're on to the llama. Oh, 1 and 2, rough week for the llama. Okay, so the llama got matched against two competitors with GLs. So ended up losing both those rounds because the llama doesn't have a GL. But they did pull out the win in round 3 to avoid the wooden spoon, so it wasn't total disaster. Thankfully, it was not a total disaster, but still 1 and 2 for the llama.
Way to hold it together. All right, next we go to This Is Sparta. But it's easy. It's easy now.
It's easy.
Easy Sparta.
Easy
We're
Sparta.
not doing the hard Sparta. We're doing the easy Sparta. 2-1 for our boy Spartan Easy this week. He says, I can't get to 3-0. Says the good news is I cleared all 3 rounds, fully cleared his opponents. Round was a full clear for him, held his opponent. Round 2, full clear, easy held opponent. Round 3 looked like a squeaker for a win, but an Imperial Trooper team with 6-star double Zeta Piet held me. Cost me the game and the banners. No 3-0 for Spartan, but 2-1 still respectable, So keep the dream alive, Spartan.
Tweety Thranby, 2-1, but it was a challenging week. He did say that this was a challenging week. So round 1 was brutal with just many typically reliable counters failing. Dude, I have so been there. I have been right there with you. Lots of typically reliable counters failing to bring down a team. He was within striking distance of a win in round 1, but he got held up by ships, unfortunately. Round 2 wasn't bad. Wasn't streamed as he was receiving a vaccination, but he still got the win. And round 3 was tough. And again, the typical counters failing to win. But the losses didn't affect the outcome, though, and he scored a 13-banner victory, 2-1 for round B.
Hey, take it. All right. So what had happened, Nev, is we're doing Urzatron. I don't have words anymore. What
is he? I don't know what he's doing with his main. Clearly, he's paying way more attention on his ult than he is his main now.
The main is dead.
The main is dead.
I mean,
he still plays it on stream. I've seen him play it on stream.
Yeah, but oh boy, I mean, 0-3. Yikes.
You know what? I love the main account. Those hours and hours of streaming. You know, all those streams from 2020 and 2019. Let's be honest.
You watch Urz because he's an entertainer, man.
Yes.
He's the most ridiculous person I know, and we love him for it. But 0-3. Oh boy, someone has got a lot of carbonite to the face after this 0-3. I'm just saying, just throwing that out there.
You know what? He's like one of those WWE wrestlers that never wins a title, but is like a crowd pleaser, like Scotty Too Hotty.
Oh God, yeah.
Or Mysterio. You know, doesn't really win titles, but the crowd loves the entertainment value from them, you know? So, anyway, let's move on.
There we go.
Okay, so we're on to Tilo Mad.
My
Tilo
boy.
dropped one. Rounds 1 and rounds 2 were similar fights in that his opponent conceded before attack after seeing Tilo's GLs on defense. So, you know, they took one look at his front line, saw the GLs, and they were like, nah, no thanks, forget about it. Round 3, his opponent set a solid score of 21-30 for Tilo to chase. Score. It's a scary. It's not unbeatable, but it's a scary. You know, it's a scary score to chase. Sadly, a crash during a slacker solo.
Oh no!
Yeah. Crash during a slacker solo cost him the banners, and the round was lost, unfortunately.
No.
Crash losing to a crash always sucks, and that is why Tilo is 2-1. A crash, unfortunately.
I've been there many times.
But Yeti 3-0 coming in with a triple crown. Round 1 opponent was overmatched by Gear 13s, mods, and GLs. Moderate defense, one moderate defense later, and a one-shot, and Yeti secured the flawless victory. Round 2, opponent did have a couple of GLs, but his mods were abysmal. Yeti's defense stopped him dead in his tracks, and the second flawless victory was the result. Round 3, opponent was one of those unpredictable people. So someone that you're looking at their stats on SWGOH.gg and it's like they're all over the place. There is never a set defense. There's never a set offense. You just don't know what they're going to do. You know, he didn't keep enough for offense and suffered. Suffered because of it. Yeti did the business and got the flawless victory and the triple crown. And there is the A-League. Calvin Awesome, only undefeated person. So, yeah.
They got Yeti Bummer right there. One lone slip up from Calvin, and we got ourselves a three-way tie at the top. And don't forget about old Tilo and Scribbles right there nipping at their heels.
Well, just to let everybody in, in chat know, this division will be getting kind of split down. Next month, we're going to have Cake Gaming. And we're going to have Geek Go. So what we're going to do, just for the remainder of the season, is we're going to create a minor league. So we're going to take everybody from A League, and we're going to take the 2 new people in Division 1. We're going to mix them, split them down by GP and by top 80, create a new league, which will be called the minor league. And then at the end of our season, a couple of months from now, we will be re-equalizing AAA, AA, A, and the minor leagues, because there's going to be some people going, and we will have more people in Division 1. So don't worry. You'll still see the top people: Calvin, Yeti, Bomber. They're all still going to be in the A League. They're not going to be moving down to the to the minor leagues. Don't worry. So we'll still be able to get a competitive fight from those guys until the very end of the season. Okay, let's move on to double A's.
All right, we start with my boy Fort Mort. Hey, Shop Smort, Shop S Mort, Mr. Spreadsheet himself. Nev, he's still hasn't lost.
Mm-hmm.
Still undefeated.
Mm-hmm.
He even full cleared one of his opponents because he didn't. I don't know if he ran out of time or what. He only half cleared him. Still won by 700 banners.
Mm-hmm.
Won by 1,100 banners, and then won by almost 1,000 banners. It's getting pretty ridiculous with Fort Mort.
Yeah. Stop winning, Fort Mort. It's getting boring.
Yeah, I mean, his overall stats. He's 9-0 this GAC's second round. He's 45 on a 45 win streak and 27-0 on all three of his accounts for this 5v5. So, I don't think the word loss is in his vocabulary or part of his vernacular. So, I mean,
it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen one of these days. Even the best have have their bad days. Even the best have their bad days. Like people like Fruit Ninja Mike, people like Bitcoin. Hey, Bitcoin has his bad days when he faces his girlfriend, which was the last time he lost actually, to his girlfriend. So hey, fingers crossed. I'm betting the great grandfather of Xerxes is hoping for that loss, but hey, it might happen to Fort eventually. Might being the operative word there. Okay, let's move on. Fatal, the playbook, 3-0 triple whammy, round 1, and the sadist posted nearly every power team on defense. Oh, you sadistic SOB! It's just only to face a quad GL auto deploy. He still cleared it, He put all of his strong teams because he was being nasty and sadistic to his opponent, and his opponent auto-deployed a quad GL, and he still got a flawless victory. It's unbelievable. Round 2, opponent went 1 GL plus cheese in defense. Yeah, that was a mistake. Couldn't full clear the playbook. Round 3, opponent tried to surprise the playbook with a triple GL defense. They failed to see or know that this is hardly a surprise, and they were duly punished. 3-0 triple whammy for the playbook.
All right, I'd like to share my stats now there with you, Nev, on DB Official. I'd like to share my scores if that's all right with you.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to take my sweet ass time. All right, DB 2-1. All 3 rounds were nail biters, Nev, and I mean nail biters. For some reason, I couldn't get his round 2 to pop up in GG, but the one loss was the first round. He lost by 7. And it wasn't like they weren't. It was this efficiency battle. It was it came down to who was more efficient. No errors whatsoever. It just came to those battles. Same thing like with his other wins. I mean, these were close. Between 7 and 10 banners was what he was facing. So I don't know. There's a new strategy from DB. Like just go for the efficiency battles now and then see what happens. But still 2-1, really good. So he'll take it. I'm sure he will.
Oh, Gridsy, 1 and 2, a topsy-turvy week for Gridsy.
Oh boy!
Who forgot to set a defense in round 1?
Too many shoeies.
So the loss was inevitable in round 1 because of that. Round 2, though, he came back strong with a very nice flawless victory. 2140 score as well. He must have been floating on air thinking, yes, I'm going to save my week. But then disaster struck in round 3. Another game crash. And the game crash just caused more heartache for the week. ending it with a 1 and 2, unfortunately, for Gridsy. Sucks to crash.
Yeah, it's
Sucks to
having
crash.
PTSD thinking about it. All right, we move on to my man Jigabachi, the Tickle Tank expert. If you don't know what that is, and you need to go watch his stream because I've learned quite a lot about the Tickle Tank, aka the Jide that guys. 3-0 from Jig. Round 1. He basically set a perfect defense. Pun couldn't clear. He won by like 1,200 banners. Second one was really close. It was a nice mirror match. Both had comparable rosters. And he just was more efficient. Won by like 40 banners, 2074 to 2114. But it just had no problems whatsoever with his efficiency. Last one, he really put it on his opponent. 2130 to 1846. And he says, Amigo has been sitting the exact same defense since the beginning of time and goes ham on offense. He wins if people fell on Mrs. Potato Head. Mrs. Potato Head in Jig's world is Galactic Legend Ray. So there you go. He said she played hide the saber with Vader and died with the entire Banana Republic photo shoot crew. So with all that being said, 3-0 from the Tickle Tank Master, Jigabachi.
Nice triple crown. Rico, 2-1. Every opponent. I do feel sorry for Rico sometimes because he doesn't have a GL yet, and every opponent he had this week had a GL.
Get a GL, brah.
Yeah, get a GL, brah. Anyway, so poor Rico had none. However, what good is a GL when you can't full clear your opponent, which was the case in rounds 2 and round 3. So Rico picked up some, impressive defensive holds this week and is looking forward to the final week of the month. 2-1 for Rico.
All right, we go to Ricky P. You down with RKP?
Yeah, you know me.
Hell yeah, our homie from the west side of SWGOH is here. And we are going to look at how he did. 2-1 from RKP. He says round 1, opponent started to attack and just forgot to continue. So there you go. Victory. Round 2, I love this. Is ultimate SKR on defense, but he says that's not a problem for the cheese, gas cheese that is. He got the nice full clear while his opponent got scared of his fleet defense. Round 3, another rut row, like Zoinsk. What's happening? Another SLKR&D. I needed more than one from this time to clear it, but I was able to get a full clear regardless of 2067. But that's when opponent did better. So he says, I still feel like 3-0 getting through those Galactic Legends. Cheers. Yeah, it's pretty good. 2-1 though from RKP.
Wigsy with a 2-1. Round one was a struggle. He failed against multiple teams, and the compounding losses meant he just never reached the fleet. He just, you know what it's like, Ranger. You lose like 4 or 5 matches, and you end up with those 4 teams. You then, you need them for somewhere else, and you've no longer got them. So as a result, couldn't reach the fleet. Round 2, great comeback with a flawless victory. Round 3 faced an auto deploy and a no-show. So the win was good. 2-1 for Wigsy.
All right. Next, we're going to go to someone who does whatever he wants. Whatever he wants in SWGOH, whatever. And we're talking about our boy, whatever. 3-0, triple whammy. He says matches were actually getting easier every round. He says round 1, predictable defense. And when you say predictable defense against him, well, that means you're going to lose. And he did. Round 2, kind of the same thing. Says easy, full, clear, one shot for me while my opponent dropped several battles. Victory is never in danger. Round 3, opponent was the usual. I do one battle, then wait for your move kind of guy. Don't you love those? Says, but it didn't help him in the end. He failed miserably at both my back walls while I one-shot his predictable defense and won by 600 banners. So outstanding job from our boy, whatever.
The Space Cowboy with a 2-1 went with all the ladies as defensive leads this week. Obviously, it didn't bag him a crown or a whammy, or even a standard triple. But a 2-1 is still respectable for the week, especially when you go with all the ladies of Star Wars in their defensive lead roles.
All right. I was like, think here comes Wrangler, and he's one tough customer.
Hmm.
All right. Next up, we have Darth Kermit, but I'm not using the puppy because I didn't get a report from him. So I'm just going to basically cover what Darth Kermit did this week. And Darth Kermit, 3-0. Really, really good job. The first 2 rounds were not even close. I mean, he slaughtered his opponents. It's not, I mean, he was winning by excessive banners. The interesting thing on his GAC this round was a 3rd round. Both players full cleared. Now his opponent scored a 21-12. Well, Darth Kermit wasn't having anything about it. He scored a 21-48. God dang, that's what I'm talking about, man. That is just that's tough when you go like, God, I got 21-12. It's a good score, a little bit here, a little bit there, but I think I got it at 21-48. I got smoked, and that's exactly what happened. So Darth Kermit 3-0. Good job.
The wolf. 2-1.
Sheesh, that's all you had to say.
That's all you had to say.
Sending in the wolf.
Okay, round 1. Opponent had serious issues with the Wolves' defense. So much so that they couldn't get past 1 territory. So, yeah, nice, easy round 1. Solid defense. Round 2, opponent wasn't researched. So, Wolf let his defensive strategy ride from round 1. Then he saw he was up against a monster with a GL advantage. You know, he got the 1 shot. He still got the 1 shot and didn't lose, but you know, he lost on efficiency because he's facing a monster. Round 3, opponent saved so much for offense. I mean, he got an easy clearance, but the defense, oh God, you know, he just wasn't ready for the fleet, and that's the thing. You can have a really, really great ground war all planned, but if you ain't got the minerals when you get to your opponent's fleet, it's gonna go down. It's gonna go down very, very badly for you. And yeah, he just was not ready for Wolf's Relic MILF fleet. And yeah, he lost the round. 2-1 to the Wolf.
Mm-hmm.
And there is the A-League. AA League, sorry. Portmore at the top, as we expected. Whatever. And the playbook.
They're not giving up.
Nipping at his feet. And because Mort doesn't play for banners, you know, that's where he suffered. He'll just tumble. He will tumble from 1st down to 3rd. The second he loses 1, providing, of course, whatever in the playbook don't lose anything else.
They got to continue winning. Yeah.
They've got to continue winning, of course. But yeah, they are absolutely ready. And look who is screaming up the charts, Mr. Jigabachi in
Tickle Tank. Don't tell me the Tickle Tank's in. Wow,
he is flying at the moment. He's ready to take advantage of any screw ups from the people immediately above him because yeah, he's looking fly. He's looking fly for a California guy. Okay, let's move on to AAA.
AAA. All right, Nev, something's coming up on our radar. Wait a minute.
That's no moon.
No, that's no space station.
That's no
it's
space.
the moon.
Sorry,
damn it, Nev. We rehearsed this. We practiced this. Look, let's try this again.
Okay, let's try it again.
Scene 2, Act 4. Here we go. Click. Nev, there's something coming up on the radar. Wait a minute.
No space station.
It's a moon.
It's a moon. I know. I really. There was a line I wanted to play today, but I don't. It probably falls on deaf ears, and that was, that's no rock. It's a navigator.
Boy, Moon 3-0. Another great job for Moon. And he said round 1 was a great chance for testing, had a huge Maj advantage, and well, he took advantage of it and still wiped the floor. Round 2 was the real final and much closer. He one shot extra. He said his opponent one shot everything except an oddball Dooku led team. He had a Relic Kenobi and negotiator ships, but Malevolence just squeaked it out, and the job was done. Round 3, an odd opponent who basically had all SC requirements but no C yet. and also zero ambition of full clearing. So he set the old FU defense, and it didn't matter because Moon wasn't having it, and he got the easy victory. The guy didn't bother attacking. He says, here's praying I can lock it up with 12-0 this season. That's right, Moon. You lock it up.
You lock it up.
Lock it up, Moon.
Okay. Bulldog with a 2-1. He lost. Yeah. Bulldog with another loss. Now, rounds 1 and 3, those were the wins. They were nice. They were easy. Round 2 was the story as he faced. I don't know how this name is pronounced. I don't know if it's Magen or Magen or Magan. I have no idea. Magen. But they're of the Wolf Pack. 740k lifetime and a previous top 10 Division 1 finish to this guy's name. So you know he's good. Bulldog's strategy was to go for efficiency with a banner thief defense. So he wasn't looking for the holes. He was just looking for teams that were going to steal banners. All was going according to plan until Fleet, where, again, the Malevolence lost to the Negotiator. And we've had that for a couple of competitors this week, where Malevolences have either been beaten or they've been totally stripped of banners. And, yeah, the undersized, he had to, he could have still won it. He needed 64, so he went for an undersized match on the other fleet, and he just couldn't get it done as a rescue, unfortunately. Still a good match, and he doffs his hat to Morgan. 2-1 for Bulldog.
All right. Next we go to Mudbum in his mud clay hut with his mud clay plate and his mud clay bowl and his mud clay everything. 3-0. He says 1 more week. Let's see how he did. Round 1 with his 3-0. He says, like a good breakfast, I absolutely crushed some bacon. Yes, my opponent's name was Bacon. Was it Kevin Bacon, perhaps? I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there. Anyway, he scored a 21-22 against his defense. Opponent gave up early. Moving on. Round 2, he knew exactly what he needed to do. He was shooting for a score of 20-58 to win. He blew that away. He got a 21-04. So he won by a handsome margin. And round 3, he wrote the Gettysburg of addresses here. Oh, Mudbum. I'm not doing 7 years ago, Mudbum and his great infinity and thought. No, I'm not. No, just damn it. Just you kicked his. It was a good match. It was extremely close. Guess how many he won by?
How many?
1.
Oh, those
one
squeakies.
banner clencher.
Those
And yes,
squeakers.
Shot cleared me. Holy crap. Not sure I deserved the win, but I'm ecstatic I did. I mean, he laid out everything that happened. I'm like, well, I am not reading this entire thing. What was the final score? I'm like, ooh, 21-15 to 21-14. But a win is a win is a win. Good job.
Is a win. Mm-hmm. Broderick Jones going nerdy. With a 1 and 2. Round 1 was the only bright star for Thaddeus this week as he fooled clear his opponent. His opponent did not show. Round 2 was lost when Thad failed to clear his opponent's mill fleet. And round 3, Thad, I mean, he did get a nice one shot. But his opponent was just far more efficient. So 1 and 2 for going nerdy.
Well, speaking of 1 and 2s, we go to DPK, Deadpool Kyle. I guess he was trying to break the fourth wall because he sure wasn't breaking through walls in this round of GAC. 1 and 2, and he wrote just simply, I don't know what happened this week. Been really busy. Well, we can understand that. Real life happens. He says, streamed one day and the other days I've recorded, but files are corrupting and sloths. May have to hang the gloves up for next week because I'm only getting busier. So... not looking good for board DPK. He's got a lot on his plate, is what he's saying.
It's just Ian.
That's just who it is. It's just Ian. Nobody important.
You know what, Ian? He always seems to have these really great starts to the week. And he had another great start to the week. He picked up very good flawless victories in rounds 1 and rounds 2. Round 3 was just a different tale, though. He failed to clear GG team with the same ease that he'd cleared GG teams in rounds 1 and rounds 2. And the quad tap was a quad tap. It just saw such a heavy banner loss, and he lost the round to his opponent. So 2-1 this week for It's Just Ian.
Speaking of having the same record as Ian, am I reading this correctly?
Yeah.
All right, Paul. All right, 2-1 from Paul Bunyan. Says the week Paul full cleared everything and got a 2-1. He put this all in caps. He says, I full cleared everything, but 2-1. It says round 1, the poor opponent got hung up on the mega powers of Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage on ships. He said, I was take out everything. Round 2 says, I failed on the SLKR mirror, but thanks to the wonderful folks in the GACenter server, I came back and popped everything else. He failed on malevolence once, but it wasn't able to hold him off like I did in round 1, so that's where he got the loss. Third round says, one shot full cleared everything. He took one look at my ships and I presume softly wept himself in the corner as he didn't touch them. He says, I'm now in a Rhodium trying to get to Kyber, but I need to remind everyone my tagline. Kyber may be difficult, but Rhodium is forever. What the hell kind of tagline is that, Nev? Is that really his tagline?
He has several.
What is this? Kyber may be difficult, but Rhodium is forever? How about Rhodium sucks, Kyber's life?
Kyber's life.
Oh my goodness gracious. All right, moving on from Paul.
Moving on to our foreign legion. The Spanish contingent, it's Lalinda with a 2-1. Nice and easy round 1 and round 2 with comfortable wins. Round 3 should have been the same. And it should have given him his triple for the week. But, round 3, it just turned out to be a complete and utter disaster. First, Night Sister lost to GG. And then, his C beat his Vader counter. A Vader counter that has been working very, very well for him. But it didn't work on this. His focus wasn't there. He wasn't concentrating. So it was a tough loss in round 3 when, it's always a tough loss when you see counters work fail completely and utterly. And, it all comes crashing down. So 2-1 for Linda.
All right, next we go to Senate, the sexier, younger version and brother of Cubs, Von Han. Didn't help him this week with all those great titles I just gave him. 1 and 2 says round 1, first opponent put way too much on defense for what I had on offense, and I won handily. So he was able to get that. Round 2 and 3 is where things started getting a little wonky. He says, round 2, I accidentally swapped capital ships with GR separate slates and it resulted in a loss. Yeah, that could happen when that happens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he put the wrong ships together. Round 3 loss. His opponent had one more Galactic Legend than me and placed 2 on defense, and I couldn't full clear. He one-shot everything and finished with 2071, which is low for one shot, and I just couldn't match with the Galactic Legend defense. So having a Galactic Legend defense in GAC is dumb as hell, as Senate likes to say. Yeah, I feel you on that one, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
So just a rough week for Senate overall.
A lot of people have been having a rough week.
Mm-hmm.
Scorch the Hoss with a 2-1. He only played 2 rounds. So he won the 2 rounds that he did actually play. Mini Scorch is still needing a lot of attention. Ask anybody that's just had a baby. When you become a parent, it's a bit like you're disposable. Not only do the words disposable income kind of disappear, but disposable time as well. So as a result, Scorch will be withdrawing from the league at the end of this month, but hopefully he will have a triumphant return.
Absolutely.
For season 3. Fingers crossed.
All right, we move on to Dr. Zephyr. I'm a Zephyr, he's a Zephyr, there's Zephyr, where's Zephyr, wouldn't you like to be a Zephyr too? Sorta, maybe. 1 and 2 from Dr. Zephyr. It was a crazy week, though, he wrote. So he said, round 1, sometimes real life steps in and says no, and this is one of those times. That's okay, Dr. Zephyr, we've all been there. Round 2 says, I've got off to a much better start and went fairly smoothly. However, I did poorly on banners. I full cleared 1 shot in all ring of squads, but ended up having to clean up a fleet, losing around on banner efficiency. So first 2 rounds, real life, just didn't work out the way he wanted in round 2, but he comes back strong in round 3. And he was able to get the victory. Says, I'd hope to do better, and it did, and succeeded in a single shot full clear, but my banners weren't all great, and my opponent was able to. Where was the win then? You made it sound like all 3 of these were. Was it the first round? Let me look.
We had to have won one of them.
Oh, okay. So luckily,
First
I was
one.
Yeah, the first one was enough to score the win. So he made it so like he had an auto set and all kinds of stuff. I'm like, did you get the win? I had to look at it like, okay, that's where the win was. Poor Zeppers. Just a rough week overall. But 1 and 2, hopefully things calm down, brother. You're able to go back in there and do what you need to do. We expect good things.
Hey, at least it wasn't a wooden spoon.
Yeah, he said slowly improving, but the wins are slow to come.
Okay, okay, we're on to Thisk. 2-1. Round 1 opponent was very efficient, losing 2 battles. Sorry, opponent wasn't very efficient, losing 2 battles. Thisk countered, or with a flawless victory. Round 2 opponent played the efficiency battle, and it worked for the ground battle, but then the fleets, he hit a loss to Negotiator. And that was the difference. There's the win. Round 3, opponent set a target of 21-33.
Damn.
Yeah, everything was going well. Everything was going well until the JTR team came up. And he tried a C solo, totally screwed things up. The banner loss was too much, and it ended his week as a 2-1. 2-1 for Thisk. And there's the triple A's. No more undefeateds in this league either. So no more undefeateds in triple A. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's still a couple people out there that have gone completely undefeated. You know, we got a couple in 3, couple in 2. Obviously, we've got 4 in the A's. But you know, no undefeateds in AA or AAA. So
it's getting
but it's tight at the top, innit? It is very tight at the top there. Mudbum is absolutely killing it right now.
He's making a move.
He is making moves. Mudbum is really, really making moves. I am very, very, very much looking forward to seeing how things go for Mudbum at the end of the season. I mean, just
let's see how it goes.
But
it's anybody's
couple
match,
more.
Man.
Couple more Wolfpack matchups for Bulldog, and Mudbum will really, really be knocking at his door. So anyway, we're going to take a break now so that Paul can do his Patreons, and we will be right back in let's say about 4 minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this week's Patreon leaderboards for this 5v5 GAC season. Unlike the regular boards on GACenter, these reset every month and are courtesy to our Escape Podcast Patreons at the Kyber Combatant level or higher. Want to join the leaderboard next month? Join the Escape Podcast Patreon at patreon.com/theescapepod, no cast, at the $10 a month level or higher, and join these wonderful people as well. Sign up for next season. Closes on March 26th. Let's get to it. Not too many reports were in by recording time, but we'll take a look anyway. Big Country Megs, 3-0. It looks like he pulled a triple crown, so congratulations, BCM, for that accomplishment. Bringer of Chaos. They go 2-1 this past week. No report, but here are the stats for Mr. Poker Face himself. D, 1-2. Looks like this week was tough on the mono-letter combatant. Only 6 wins and half the banners for their division. I'm sure that something came up. Dr. Jojo, our triple header champion, filed this report. Round 1 lost versus a negotiator, but my JTR held the line. Round 2 faced guildmate's shard member who had great mods and squads, but he couldn't overcome the GL advantage. Round 3 full cleared him. He didn't even attack. That is a 3-0. Can he run the table and claim a 4th championship? 4 Strong files this report. Round 1, we both full cleared, but I edged out with 16 banners. Hashtag efficiency is key. Round 2, couldn't get past my opponent's slacker. Round 3, full cleared my opponent who never attacked. 2-1. he could be a contender if he can just get that efficiency in check. I believe in him. Hot Sauce, the creator of Hot Utils, who is included here because he is not a streamer, but check out hotutils.com and get access to some of the best tools in the game. 2-1 for the Hulk of the Holotables. 27 wins, though. Looks like efficiency got the better of him. Leonard McFacepunch goes 0-3 this week. No report, though, so I assume he was stopped a few times, but he is one plucky competitor, and I love to watch his work. Schnarman on the opposite side of that stick with 3-0. It looks like he squeaked out a second Triple Crown for this week. Nice job, Schnarman, our original Patreon champion. And finally, Sephironis, who files this report. Round 1, auto set, easy win. Round 2, negotiator, critical hold. Round 3, another negotiator hold got me the win. Ships are separating the pretender. This is what I'm saying. It's separating the pretender from the chicken tender, it seems. Nice job on the wins, guys. 3-0 for Sephironis. Now let's take a look at the board going into the final week. The Doctor stands atop the field, but I remind everyone, BCM can take away that crown if he runs the table and JoJo stumbles because Banners breaks a record tie. That record may be 600 banners apart, but all it takes is BCM's full clears 3-0 and Dr. JoJo dropping one battle. Hot Sauce climbs up to third. Seth and Schnarman separated by just a hair over 200 banners for fourth and fifth. Force Strong in sixth. Bringer in Force Strong in sixth, and Bringer went to seventh with D falling to eighth, and Punchy rounding out the board in ninth place. That does it for me this week on the Patreon leaderboard. I send it back to Ranger and the Nev for the Class Big Boy Leagues right here on GACenter. Be nice to each other, damn it. Take it away, boys.
Well, we're back. It's time for the Major League and the Premier League, so let's see how people have done. Let's bring it up. Oh, and we start off with yours.
All right. So starting off with E-Grace. You know, if you're out there and you're looking for love, and somebody who plays SWGOH, you can't find that perfect match. Why don't you try egrace.com? Your SWGOH love connection. Check it out, egrace.com. All right, 2-1, and he says the 2-1 streak continues. LOL. He says round 1 win. Opponent had and I both full cleared, but he was much less efficient. That's usually how it goes. Round 2, this was a loss. This opponent historically sets no Galactic Legends. I set all 4. I made a mistake and clicked in the wrong pre-made squad and got a drop. Lost by 18 versus a win by. He lost 18 banners on that, but it gave this opponent the win by 3. Round 3 is the same as previous opponent, but this time we did make selection mistakes. Opponent failed when attacking, so let's let me get closed with a bang. 2-1 for me, Grace, representing hard.
Represent. Now we come to a wooden spoon, Vance. Oh, just wooden spoon for the scoundrel this week. I kind of suspect there's a lot of bad RNG here. I'm going to take his word for it because he does talk about a lot of bad RNG in his report. Round 1 faced a GL wall and struggled with bad RNG. It was close, but no cigar. Round 2 faced a triple GL wall. Had fun chatting with his German opponent, but bad RNG didn't help as he lost again. Round 3 faced no GLs. You'd think, oh, hallelujah.
Huzzah!
You know, I'm going to pull one out of the... Nope. No bad RNG, just a lot of poor decisions. 0-3, wooden spoon for Vancel.
That's hard to take. That's the best.
Wooden spoons always suck. Always.
Yeah, all right. Dialar using Twi'lek tactics did it again. 3-0. It says 3-0 Ranger Danger. And however will I fit this triple crown around my luscious Leku? Well, I have a suggestion. Use battery acid as lubrication. That'll really help it get on there. Round 1 went up against the opponent who tried to trip me up with a non-Zeta Piet led trooper team. In the back, insert Ranger type joke here. Well, I mean, troopers will usually work from the back. I did the joke. Along with Gas, which I was ready for. Easy win. He didn't even attack. Round 2 went up against the previous opponent who completely stonewalled me in our previous encounter. I brought in 3 Galactic Legends for offense to sure I could clear him, and the plan worked. He didn't know what to do. Another victory. Round 3 went up against an efficiency player who definitely knows his mod game. His defense was very light, but sufficient enough to strip enough banners to have me worried. Luckily for me, his negotiator was on defense, so was mine, and they got me the win with my opponent having to triple tap it. 3-0 for Dylar.
Good old Maurice with a 3-0 triple whammy. Got much bolder with the defense overall. Made some questionable decisions in terms of soft counters, but the defense kept winning, particularly ships, and overall banner stealing. The final round was interesting. It was a Frank Underwood versus a Frank Underwood. And a real blast, actually. The viewers watching the stream, so you got to go back and watch the replay. Viewers got a real treat, including a JKR soloing a full Darth Revan team. So all of that on the road to Gom's triple whammy.
Nicely done, Gom. All right, we move on to Heinzie. Well, my name is Heinzie, and I like my preloading. I like preloading all day long, so come do preloading with me. Preloading, that's fastest for Australian. All right. I thought we'd do something a little different this week. I can't look at his stuff, man, because I'm going to be on the show tomorrow, or on Friday, I'm sorry. And I wanted to see how much preloading we were going to. I wanted to be a live reaction. So Here we go. Let's see. Attack, round 1. Wait a minute. Nev.
What?
There was no preloading from Heinzie in round 1,
wow.
And he won.
No preloading.
Holy moly. All right, let's see what happened in round 2. Round 2. What in the... Round 2, another victory and no preloading from Heinzie.
It's just like... Are we sure it's, it's like... Who are you and what have you done with Heinzie?
I know. Let's see. Now, round 3 was a loss. Let's see what happened here. Okay. Now, this is what I'm expecting. Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 preloads. Didn't even get the ships. Lost horribly. There we go. Try to use Vader against Jedi Master Luke. Though that's
that's the Heinzie we know.
That's what I'm expecting. CLS versus... Oh boy. Oh yeah, this is some good preloading action. So if you want to see some good preloading, go to Heinzie's GAC history, and that's where you can find it.
KOE with a 3-0 triple crown. 3 flawless victories this week. Great week. Great scores. KOE is getting it done. Nothing more else to say, really. Sexy Buddha.
It is the sexy Buddha. Sexy Buddha is 2-1. We were talking about this earlier. Loki's he's like 8 million plus GP. He fights some monster fights, man. If you've not seen Loki's stream, it was oh boy. All right, so the round 1, this is where he got the loss. He put all 4 of his Galactic Legends on defense, and his opponent laid 3. And then he derped on a clone team and Mon Mothma team and basically lost by 30 banners, 2051 to 2081. Round 2, no full clear for my opponent. He gets tripped up by his Mon Mothma team. He in the back, also my Redis team, won by 400 banners. He fully cleared pretty easily, got 2108. Round 3, I rerun the same defense from round 2, and again my opponents got stuck in my GML team, Darth Revan team. No full clears from his opponent, and he ended up with a 2070 to 1779 victory. So that's what Loki runs into, man. He runs into these crazy stuff, man. Just it's unbelievable. So for Loki 2-1, that's outstanding. Good job, buddy.
Lazy Turtle with a 2-1 makes a change from the 1 and 2. So round 1 finally bounced back. No, wait, he didn't. No, he didn't bounce back. No, he doesn't remember how he lost. He just remembers choking at some point during round 1.
Sure.
Round 2. Okay, now he bounced back. Okay,
now he remembers.
Now he bounced back. He obliterated his opponent and got the win. There we go. Round 3. Standard ground battle. Saw Lazy enter fleet node with a 14 banner advantage. 14 banner advantage. Both going into fleet. Yeah, you got to be confident. Lazy thought he lost it after he had to double tap. So he had to double tap both those fleets. But his held. So he got the win. Yay for Lazy Turtle. 2-1.
All right, we move on to
Nooch.
There he is, 2-1. I'm going to read what Nooch wrote because it's fantastic. He says, Nooch has given up on the heavy research because research has shown that light non-research yields the same 2-1 results. Had a really weird GAC this week. Fleets on offense had the worst RNG all 3 fights, and Nooch was 1-1 going into the final battle. But in the end, it was the fleet that held and saved the day, bringing Nooch home to an unresearched 2-1 week. Well, unresearched is still 2-1. There you go. Nice job, Nooch.
Okay, 1 and 2 for Rambam. Right. Okay, round 1. He had.
But you did see what he wrote. It's like, I should have been 3-0. Well, you weren't. You were 1 and 2.
Okay, right. He didn't. All right. So round one was right. Yeah, he didn't have any issues defeating his opponent. So he thought he was going to have a good week. He really thought he was going to have a good week. Now round two was a real kick in the teeth as Rambam tried hard. He fought harder. He tied the round and lost on GP. Now that I've said it before, it sucks to lose by 1 banner, and it feels really sweet to win by 1 banner. But you know what? Losing because of GP difference really sucks.
Mm-hmm.
It just sucks so hard. And round 3 was an even tougher loss to swallow. His defense was really good, and he one-shot the board. So to lose by 2 banners really sucked, and ended a really nasty, horrible week for Rambam. 1 and 2 for Rambam.
All right, moving on, we go to the Mandalore. Mandy, who is such a Mandalore that he wears his helmet even when he's putting gas in his car. All right, Mandy, it's pretty much the same thing we always see from Mandy. 2-0, 3-0, something like that. Typically 2-1 because he gets into he's all about the efficiency battles. It's every report, it's the same. First 2 rounds, both him and his opponent cleared, just like in round 3. He wins on efficiency. He won by like 18 banners, and same thing in round 2. Round 3 was a heartbreaker though. Both of them full cleared. And Mandy lost by 2 banners. That's rough. So that cost him the 3-0. But you can see it from the stats. Gets a ton of wins, not many holds. It's all about efficiency. He's going in full offense. He's gonna put that helmet on, and he come hell or high water, he's gonna either win or lose, and that's what he does. So 2-1 for Mandalore.
Warrior with a 2-1.
There we go.
Unlucky start to the week for Warrior as he lost round 1 by 2 banners. He nearly clawed it back. He could have. And he could have snatched victory, but again, Malevolence versus Negotiator. He got totally screwed on RNG. Totally screwed. So, all he had to do was, get an average, standard 64 or a 65 victory, but lost by 2 banners. He finished with like 2 ships left, and you finish with 2 ships, your banners are getting stripped. I don't care. It's just not going to go well for you. So that was round 1. Round 2 was a monster flawless victory. He scored a 2167. I'm going to have to double check. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to check with checking the record books, but I do believe that is the highest 5v5 single round score. So he could be getting the title for highest 5v5 round score at the end of the season. And round 3 was a good full clearance with 1 loss and a really solid defense. Held his opponent to 2 territories. So really good week for Warrior. Just bad luck on the that 1 fleet battle with the RNG regarding Malevolence versus Negotiator.
Yeah.
And there is the Major League.
Ooh.
We've got...
Looky.
Ooh, Loki's dropped out of the top 3. It's gone Dylar and
I
Kiyomi.
know.
Rocking it at the top. Rambam really, yeah, that 1 and 2's totally.
That really hurt. He had
that
really
has
turned it
really
around.
hurt Rambam. Yeah, because he was in 4th. He was in 4th and he was tied on round wins. That's God.
I can't believe Hines is 13-8. What is this Armageddon?
It's really, really him. Yeah, that is really, really him. So he's doing well.
Wow. Just unbelievable. Hard. Words are hard for me right now.
Yeah, this time last season in season 1, he still hadn't hit double digits. He still hadn't hit double digits in round wins. So he's definitely putting in some performances and doing considerably better in season 2 than he did in season 1. But yeah, Dylar is on good old Maurice's ass. Kiyomi is on his ass. Loki is on his ass, and Rambam's
dealing with his own ass right now.
Yeah. Okay, let's give everybody what they want.
It's time for the big boys. It's time for the Premier League. The
Premier League.
All right, let's start it off with our boy Bitcoin. You know, when you can't find good cryptocurrency out there and you want to buy stuff in SWGOH, don't try Bitcoin. It won't work. Bitcoin.com, where if you want to try to get something, it won't work. That being said, the man is a damn machine. 3-0. Let's just read what happened. It says, round 1, didn't attack after my 2140. Well, I wouldn't either. He said, I fought a fan of my tiny channel, had a lot of kind words. Won the award for most atrocious Nagooder mirror for 50 banners after hitting Relic 5. Basically, what he's saying here is he won. It didn't matter. He won. Round 2 says, I necessarily dropped the battle because I wanted to see if I could do something, even though I wasn't even convinced I could do it. There's probably a more sophisticated term than dumb for that. I just can't think of it right now. Then in the end, the other guy only cleared half the map and didn't try the other half because he set way too much on defense. And that's all you need, man. 3-0, Bitcoin continues the dominating performance. It's ridiculous.
Arnold, sorry, Grand Admiral Arnold.
You better get that damn title in there.
Yeah, get that title right. Yeah, Grand Admiral Arnold.
Torpedo.
2-1. Round 1 was total galactic empire domination as the flawless victory was achieved in super quick time. Not quick time. Super quick time. Round 2, the domination continued as the Grand Admiral stomped all over his opponent's face with another flawless victory. So, riding high, 2 flawless victories, back-to-back flawless victories. But then round 3 and the Grand Admiral's overconfidence saw him fall. This round, as Dark Side squads held him 3 times, and his opponent's response was a flawless victory, 2-1 for the Grand Admiral.
All right. So Ando, my Ranger buddy. Oh, Ando, he's 2-1. But I have to tell you what he wrote here. It's very simple, Nev. You're going to love this. 2-1 from Ando, right? He says, honestly, I forgot. You should just talk about something random during my time. So I figured we talk. I don't know. What do you want to talk about, Nev? Coke, Pepsi, hot dogs, pizza. Your new puppy.
My new puppy. The puppy that I can't keep next to me because as soon as I start speaking, she just barks profuse. It's just, getting me up at 6 o'clock in the morning, having to be put, oh God, yeah, it's a nightmare. And I can't just put the dog outside because I'm in Illinois. We have coyotes. So when the dog goes outside, I have to watch the dog. I can't just put her on a long lead and let her run around the garden like a Mad Hatter. I have to watch her because of the bloody coyotes. So, Anyway, was that good?
Oh, we're done. We're done. Yeah, we're
done with that.
Yeah. So, Ando 2-1. Rangers lead the way. I'm going to have a little talk with you. You better start remembering, young man. All right.
On to Black Mamba. Round 1 and round 2 were very convincing, flawless victories. Round 3 and... Triple Crown is in sight. It's there. You could just reach out and grab it. He didn't. He fell to his opponent's Galactic Republic teams. The resulting double taps, one Galactic Republic team was a Padme, and the other Galactic Republic team was a Negotiator. A lot of people having trouble with Negotiators this week. The crown was therefore reduced to a triple whammy, unfortunately. But still, 3-0 triple whammies, good for the week.
There you go. All right, moving on to the greatest fruit ninja ever, Fruit Ninja Mike. I mean, he doesn't just kill you, he kills you with vitamin A, C, and B from all the fruits. 3-0 from Fruit Ninja. He says, man, it was nice to have a chill week after last week's loss. None of the matches are close. People try to cheese me. They failed horribly, and I averaged just a bit over 21.30. So a nice, smooth week from him. He says, now if only Zareth and Bitcoin could do me a solid.
Okay, the King of D went heavy D.
Oh, God.
His opponents just didn't stand a chance. Round 1, only one territory was cleared, as Endor had put Slacker on the back wall, and his opponent couldn't even clear his crew on the front in front of Fleet. Round 2, again, only one territory was cleared. Bam, JTR and Gas just couldn't be cleared. And then round 3, again, only one territory cleared. Holds from Slacker on the back, and 6 holds from JTR and the droids on the front. Just absolute monster. 3-0 triple whammy. The King of D reigns supreme.
I guess, man. All right, another shocking result for Solo.
This is another shocker.
Wow.
Big shocker. He
says 2-1. Says for the love of God, bring back 3v3. I threw the first part in, by the way. He says round 1, opponent had 2 Galactic Legends, CLS, start throwing gas on defense. My ground attacks were great. Then I attacked his Negotiator and ETA evaded the buzz droids. There went the win. Ooh, no. Ooh, boy, that sucks. How many times have we had that happen where that old Dodge comes in? Mm-hmm. I'm really sick of the Dodges on Fleet, by the way. Round 2 efficiency battle, and he lost a ton of banners. No problem. Especially against his Negotiator. It says round 3, ugly win. Opponent put every Galactic Legend on defense to Negotiator as well. He couldn't clear me. I script on Vader counter and 2-shot it. Although that thing said he still won. It says more of the story, my GK is now relegated because screw Fleets, bring on 3v3. That's funny.
Indigo picked up a much needed triple. It's like two people out of the bottom 3 picked up whammies and crowns in the Premier League. So it's definitely going to make the table interesting when we see it at the end. So Indigo picked up a much needed triple crown this week as he fights against relegation. 3 rounds of 2100s. So yeah, and 3 flawless victories is just the job. Just the trick for Indigo this week.
All right, we move to Lord Emperor Zareth. Guess what he did again this week? Their Nev.
Was it a triple by chance?
Yeah, he went
by chance.
Yeah, round 1. It says guy plays 2 of his 3 Galactic Legends on defense, and I responded by putting probably too much on defense myself. Nonetheless, he says I got the efficiency win. Middle finger defense work, 21-15 final score. Round 2, so I said I let my defense roll over. My opponent could clear 2 of my zones. I got 21-20 and 1. Round 3, put it for my guild, Hosky Patrol. He likes to go full efficiency play, so I put down the same defense, and as usual, he did manage to one-shot me. He kept all the Galactic Legends good teams, but I beat him by 36 or so and ended up with a 21-27. It says he wanted to remind you, Nev, that alts both went as well, so I've not gone 27-0 so far between 3 accounts. Alt lives matter. Seems like I perhaps do for a rough week 4.
Yeah, hashtag alt lives don't matter.
Yeah, they do. They actually do, yeah.
And Ranger.
Hi.
I'm just going to... Good matches from solid opponents, but Rangers defense finally doing what it should.
Yeah, I've had a couple of shockers.
The week nice and easy. So what? Your defense hasn't been doing what it should be doing for the past 6 weeks?
Well, no. Just the last... Yeah, so the 2 battles that I lost, I mean, you scout your opponent, you look at what they had, you do what you think is, the teams that you think are going to be the most efficient, and then somehow it's like, man, they one-shotted that. How the hell did they pull that off? And then you're just kind of scratching your head because, But finally, yeah, I had holes all over the place. So, I mean, they couldn't get past certain zones, things of that nature. So it worked out really well. Had a really solid week. Hoping this finish strong with another 3-0. So I'll take it.
Let's see how strong. Let's bring up the table. Drum roll. Ta-da! Still 2 people undefeated. But Endel creeping back up. Oh, there's a lot of change. That's a lot of change. Oh, I'm sorry, but seeing Solo in the bottom half of the table, that is a shocker.
There's no way I should be ahead of Solo.
you are ahead of Solo. That is just nuts.
And I'm right on the tails of Endel and Fruit. So I mean,
yeah. Mind you, though, you will need a clear round because you are like 1,000 banners behind them.
Well, yeah, but that's yeah. I mean,
you're going to need 2. If you want to go above Endel and Mike, you're going to need 2.
I'm not worried. We still got like plenty of weeks left.
There's still 9 weeks left. Still 9 weeks left, and a lot can happen.
But if you think about
weeks.
it too, a loss for them means I can make up banners that way.
Yeah,
but
hey, a lot can happen in 9 weeks. 27 rounds. 27 rounds.
Yeah, there's a lot of rounds left.
A lot of rounds.
We got a full 3v3 and a full 3v5. That's 24. Yeah, 27.
That's
yeah,
27. Yeah, 27.
A
lot can happen in 27 rounds.
Yes, just a little bit. So just got to keep on winning, baby. But yeah, Bitcoin and Zareth, man, Jesus, they just don't lose, man. They're just ridiculous.
They are. They're just machines.
I'm 19-2, and I'm in the middle of the pack. It's the kind of the shit you deal with in the Premier League, folks. So for you opponents that are looking to make the big push up, enjoy.
Yeah, 19-2 and being in the middle of the yeah, that's
what you get to deal with.
Yeah, that's what's going to make. That's what makes that's what makes the championship, the promotion battle at the top of the major leagues even more interesting. Because just the bottom 3 going at the moment. It's looking like Indigo, Arnold, and Ando. Black Mamba coming in with a 3-0 there. But yeah, Indigo really needed that 3-0. Really, really needed. But hey, that's what happens. So we're going to cut to the clip reel, and then we'll come back after that with our thoughts and acknowledgements.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, well, Scavenger is the one that gives out all of the... I was going to say, Scavenger is the one that gives out all the thermal detonators.
Yips!
No, you can't just do C-3PO lead with 3PO and Chewie against my Jawas. Haha, Chewie go brrr.
Chewie go brrr.
Let's just drop. Let's go into Merciless. Yeet. Whoops, that was a mistake. Let's fix that mistake. How thick is he? I suppose I don't have the weapons deck, do I? Weapons deck would help. No turns for you, Huda.
You don't need to land ability block there, by the way. And here's where you want to use your basics so you don't trigger the taunt. Pass turn meter to Poe. Spire JTR. Bomb and goodbye.
Got this. Yes, B1 goes boom. Come on, JKR, you can do this. March. Okay, let's see how much.
There's not enough dues in your sentence, SLP.
You are gone. Heal up. There's your damage immunity just in time. Alright. Can we take her out in time? I think I'm gonna have to take another ult. Or will I? Or will I? I think I will. I think I can. 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 Come on!
No, I don't do it. I can't airplane mode on an emulator. It's just not happening. Not on BlueStacks. So let's put on one-time speed so I can embarrass myself and Grievous does not die. Got him! Okay, so we should have used this team the first time.
Horse Crash. Should get rid of... No, didn't get rid of Brute. Alright, we're gonna put the med pack. Try There goes Sunvat. And let's heal Watt. Or not. And then there goes Spy. Angry Jizz, right?
Oh my god. Holy crap. Dude, Zara said, see you guys. She dipped on us quicker than she dipped out on freaking Clone Wars series, man. She was like, yeah, I was actually working with Asajj.
Please, let me get my ult off. Oh my lord. Oh my frickin'... Don't do this to me, game! Oh my god, that was...
Miss Cleo, the great predictor. Okay, you guys ready? You guys ready for Miss Cleo to make her predictions for what's in the back defenses? Up top, I'm predicting Negotiator with Grand Admiral Thrawn. That's going to be the two. Negotiator and Grand Admiral Thrawn are going to be the two fleets, okay? The two back territories here, one of them is going to be Jedi Knight Luke and Yerman. The other one's going to be Bugs.
Shouldn't have put it on ultimate. Alright, well, hopefully Geo's. I don't have Geo's. Hit her again. Yes! 0 on the clock! Whoa!
Next. Alright, so we got this new team here. Job done. Stream
Job
over.
done.
Time to go home. Yeah. Let's go. See you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Take care.
Are you up and running already, good sir?
And we're back for some thoughts and acknowledgements.
I love those clips.
I do that, yeah.
So good.
Andy Beads, Andy
God.
Beads is so good at doing those clip reels, guys. He's really, really good at doing them. They just keep getting better and better and better. So competitors, you know, I'm just as guilty as other people. I really, really need to start clipping some of my stuff and put it in there just to give him some.
I don't
just to
have
give
time.
him some extra stuff.
I just don't have time.
I really,
It's like,
really need to do. I really need to start clipping some stuff. I really.
Tell you
really
what
do.
you want, what you really, really want.
I'll tell you what I want. What I really, really want.
Clip that shit.
I really, really, really want to clip that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, very, very short thoughts and acknowledgements. Thank you, The Gig, for the 100 biddies. I don't know if we got any new followers or anything like that because I don't have that data immediately in front of me. But I did see the biddies from The Gig, so thank you very much. Much appreciated, mate. It's been a good week for some, a bad week for others. A very bad week for me because I beat. But I am going to be hitting the refreshed, renewed, looking for, well, certainly ain't going to be looking for Kyber, I'll put it that way. I don't know about you, Ranger. Is Kyber on the horizon?
Oh, you know it is. Come on, man.
Kyber's live.
I always get Kyber.
Anyway, I think we're all done. We're all good for the show. We will be back next week, obviously at the slightly later time of Wednesday, same time, just a different day, and that's because obviously the end of the month, everybody gets that extra 24-hour period so that they can clear fleets. Because sometimes
it's gonna be a hell of a Wednesday for me. I'm gonna have back-to-back major streams. So,
sorry, say that again, mate.
I said it's going to be a hell of a Wednesday next week for me because I'm going to be back-to-back big streams.
Back to back.
Mm-hmm.
Streaming God.
It's just it's my life. That and that damn hill.
That and that damn hill, yeah.
Oh boy.
Get
I'll
a
be
gravel
back.
on it.
Yeah, I will be doing that tomorrow. Yeah, gravel moving tomorrow. So yum for me. I ain't got nothing else. Anything else for you, Nev?
No, nothing else for me,
Hit the
mate.
damn buttons, man.
You got it, mate. Ta-ta for now, folks. Okay.